let's see, so I'm assuming, okay, you went ahead, why it didn't travel is that maybe you went wet on dry through here and you were taking your time and being very careful and it was drying faster than you could work. Does that sound familiar?
Yes, even though I tried to have a lot of water, but then the water pools up against the pedal.
Right, okay, so then that's why, so let's say you have that, and then we come back in, and let's say you have your water, okay? So now what I'm doing is I'm wiggling my brush so it'll travel a little further. That's how I'll handle it, but now I went and did the way I would do it, kind of, instead of thinking about what's happening there. Okay, let's go back to, oops, the problem. Okay, so it goes like that, right? So you've got that halo. Go ahead and take that. Made a bigger puddle. And then I might bring it down a little bit further. And I'm keeping the point near the edge that I want to have that clean line. And as I get over here, I want to be careful that we can still run into the same problem. And then I'm going to take my number 30 and barely get rid of some of that water, and I'm going to soften that edge and let it run. And then I'll lift and tilt my paper. See how I'm holding it like that? I want the color to move.
But you don't end up with a concentration of color right on the rim of where the pedal is. That's my problem. It's a darker value for about less than 1/4 of an inch, but I don't know how to get rid of it.
Right.
It stays there.
Well, why it's happening is because what you're doing is if you're trying to build your color up and you're putting more color in there, that it's moving to the edge. So if we've got, okay, let's say, so you're coming in here and you're fussing around a bit too much with it. Okay. And let's say we go ahead and get some color in over here. And then maybe what you'll do is think, oh, I think I need more. And you're constantly putting more water and color in there, or even just water. It has nowhere to go, so it'll move out to the edges. So let's see, let's go ahead and move it around.
Yes, that's what it looks like. Yes. I just saw it in the camera.
Okay. So yeah, it's just moving out to the edges. It has nowhere to go. So what you would need to do as you're applying the color, let's go ahead. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Let's get rid of that extra water, bring it to the edge, lift it out, just like this. Okay, and so you can see that area is a little bit drier, so I'm going to have to force that water into that area so I don't have a dry spot. Just like that, just work with it. Remove that extra water and color. Now that shows you how to do that, but it doesn't really explain how to deal with that hard ring that you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to try to, hopefully you can see something like that in there. And I'm going to take my number 30 brush and I'm going to take a magic eraser. I could use a bigger piece, that would be better, but this will be fine. I could use the number 30 or I'll just go over it with water.
So you let it dry and then you're going to try and correct it.
Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and just wiggle it a little bit. I don't need to do a whole lot. You could even just take your brush and then once I've done that, I'll go over it again with water. Like there's a dark spot. Let's go ahead and just lift that out and go over it with water again to unify it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.